have with us Pavan Kushwaha, founder and CEO Kratikal. Kratikal is a young cyber security company and focuses on the teaching part. Pavan, as per the report released by DSCI yesterday, they were talking about getting 1 million cybersecurity experts by 2025. Presently, we have 70,000 experts. So how do we reach that magical figure?
So basically, it's not about only reaching; it's about quality reaching. So we have to create a quality content for the people, for the baseline. Because if you go to the industry, the 95% of the applications are vulnerable to cyber attacks. Why? Just because the coders or the developers do not know how to securely code. If you talk about same in case of academia and students, they do not know how to securely code. So the thing is, we have to reset this baseline and we have to develop more skilled students. And this is where Kratikal came into the action. So we are developing our own certification course, the CEH, KCEH, KCSA and KLPD. To make the society to reach that particular 10 million figure. If we talk about few things in the cyber security, say something, let's say, because in this particular field, the people who are sitting in Africa, a farmer in Africa, will have that same resource of access or same access level, which is maybe a researcher in MIT, the PhD researcher in MIT will get that information. Same case goes with the terrorist. So they have an Ebola virus recipe available on the internet. So you can imagine that we need people to protect these kind of cyber crime, and that can be done by the people only.
On the cyber training part, you have different modules for students, different modules for developers, different modules for defense. How will these modules help in what we can say restricting cyber attacks in respective organizations?
Okay, so basically what we have, before going to the modules, we have researched a lot. We have done a lot of research from industry, academic, government and organization. We identified what is the problem that a particular developer, particular student or particular law enforcement agencies are facing. We categorize these courses based on those expectations and based on the recent trends which are happening in the industry. So we have categorized this course, let's say beginners for students and the standard for developers and the expert for expert people, let's say security analyst. And specifically CHFI, that is cyber computer forensic expert, for specifically for the police and law enforcement agencies. So we have, let's say, if I'm a tester, I do feel that okay, this is the particular work which happens again and again, and this should be taught to the student which is right now doing BTech in a particular institute, and they get to know, okay, if I do this particular code will be secure enough, so that we do not need to test and we do not need to reshuffle or recreate that particular code. So this is where we came into action, and we divided these courses and depending on the expertise of those people. So from beginner to the end, to the expert level, this is what we are designing.
US has a gold standard for cyber security, which they are ratified by EC Council. India does not have one.
Yeah.
So what is your recommendation to the government and the policymakers so that they can create one which will help our companies, our students, and also help defense forces as well as paramilitary and police department to be more agile and to work in cohesion so that cyber security threats can be minimized or can be tackled in the fastest way.
So as a community, as a security community, we are also like talking to government organization to create this kind of a standard. So if we talk about EC Council, their content is totally US centric. If we talk about, so whenever they put stats, they are US centric. Whenever they put any other further information, they are US centric. When we talk about India, the most of the users are 2G users, and no one talk about how these 2G phones are vulnerable. Everyone is talking about 4G and 3G, but we have to understand that 68% of the population is still residing in the rural area and they uses 2G phones. So we already asked to government, and we wanted to tell them that, okay, sir, just define some policies. Okay, these are the basic level of understanding the people or awareness the people has to know in terms of cyber security. So yeah, definitely we need to have some gold standard for India, by the Indians. So if you can say about like some, as our Mr. Prime Minister says, the Make in India stuff.
So one last question on how can we become, or how can our children become ethical cyber hackers? What are the things that they need to do?
So basically, again, my urge to government is we should start a particular topic called cyber security in their course curriculum. So we do not have any cyber security course curriculum specifically in IT institution. So if you talk about IIT, I also from IIT and NITs, so they do not have any specific curriculum called cyber security. So they need to add that in the curriculum. Why? Again, I'm coming to the security perspectives. Right now, chip contains millions of binary systems. If we talk about human mind, it has 3 billion neuron system. That is 3 billion binary system. Over the period of 10 years, it may increase to, let's say, 3 million. And after 30 years, it will be 10 times 10 million times of human brains. So after 10 years, the computers will be as smart as we are. And after 30 years, these are 10 million times smarter than us. So you can imagine. So people will not talk about cars, will not talk about cell phones. They will talk about robots. How many robots do you have? So what we need to do is we need to make a secure system so that we can prevent that attack at this point of time. We have to scale the cyber security on that level. We will not have a developer at that point of time. And also the cyber security expert. So we need to learn, we need to research, we need to use AI to tackle these type of problems. So yeah, definitely we need to have that kind of resources, that kind of people, that kind of support from the government itself, so that we can develop our children's and our future generation to be protected from these type of attacks. Yeah.
As a young startup in cyber security space, what are the problems that you face?
So as a young startup, we face that no one is accepting the truth that they are vulnerable. If we talk about multi-millionaire companies in India, either they may be Indian companies, they may be US company, and each and every company, they do not bother about security, specifically about data. So there are lots of websites happening day by day. So the stats are raising quite high. So let's say if you talk about any application which is in this era, the data is vulnerable, and our government need to make a policy so that these data can be secured. Or if the data is not secured by the website or by particular organization, that the organization may be liable to go, like, let's say for punishment. You can say that. So we have to think about it, and as a startup, what we face is we find some issues. We go to the organization. They said, okay, I don't care about it. So I'm just sharing a story. So we have found a very serious issue on one of the marketplace, where you can access any account, access any data. You can make a payment of ₹1 and you will get 10,000 in a wallet, and these type of stuff. And after, let's say, I've gone over there, we fixed this issue, but they are not. Again, they're not implemented the recommendation that we have provided, which is totally free of cost. Why? The cost cutting. They do not want to reshuffle or recreate the architecture which is designed, let's say, 10 years ago or 5 years ago. But they have to, otherwise they will be in trouble. So yeah, this is what we face right now.
Thanks, Pavan, for